Hey, my name is Zion, and decided to do a short series on a garden I'm going to try and build in my backyard. Oh yeah, here's my dog, here's some chickens, and basically this backyard every year it gets to basically become a jungle. This is one of the better years as we've seen. Usually we get some weeds about this tall. Took out a few of those, but they always grow back, and it just turns into basically like a jungle, like a forest right here. So this year we're going to clear it out. I mean, I've done this a few times before, but this year I really want to get into it and just clean this whole place, grade it out, build a giant, massive garden. So I'd like to document it this year with some time lapses and some updates and harvest videos, but just want to get a quick look at what it is now before we actually do it all. So as you can see, there's quite a bit of land back here, but since it's such a mess, it just is kind of useless and not a lot. It's pretty messy over here too, and we got two small ponds that we might try to clean up a little bit. There are fish in there, but there's tons of stuff going on. We got passion fruits on the roof. Grapevine right here, pomegranates too, lots of stuff that's still growing actually, dragon fruit right here, and a bunch of trees, fruit trees and lychees and stuff over here. But yeah, basically we just want to clean this whole stuff, clean everything out and clear it all. I mean, take a look at it back here. We got a pit right here. There's some fennel growing actually around here. Bunch of clay back over here. There's my dog. Just a bunch of junk and stuff. Hopefully what we can do is just clear this all out. And I'm hoping that I could do this by the end of this week. It's spring break, and since we're all stuck at home, I have a lot of time on my hands, and it's a nice day. So once I get a tripod, I can start doing a time lapse of the grading of this. So here on the roof, we got this passion fruit farm. This year I want to do a lot with that. Oh, and we got a big board here. Got some plans for that. But yeah, we got this giant passion fruit. It's been growing for I think 3 years, and it covers most of my patio cover. So what's gonna happen is it's going to drape down, and maybe in a year or two, it'll completely cover that whole thing, and it will start to climb up on here, crawl out. This thing is filled up with flowers. I'm gonna get a bunch of fruits from it. Oh, and you can see back there, you got a banana tree, and I don't know if you can see, but there's a bunch of bananas on it. But I just wanted to get you up here. Let's take a look. The top of topiary view, I guess. And this is what we are trying to take on. We're gonna need to grade this entire thing, till some fields, fertilize them all, and start getting some plants in here. And I want to get some animals too. I want to get a bunch of quails, some more chickens, some rabbits, maybe bees this year. This year might be a year I would like to get some bees in here. And right here we got these giant trees right here, photocarpus trees, and they are quite a pain because they do shade this a lot. And we need like full sunlight on here because most of these plants are full sunlight plants. So we're gonna want to chop these out too while we're doing it. And what I do is I like to chop these, let them dry up here on the roof, break these down, use them as starter fuel for my metal foundry down there. Talk a little bit about that later. But for now, we're gonna focus on the garden. And I'll show you the trees we got. Got a peach tree here with some peaches growing on it, but for some reason these things always rot up, so I think I'm gonna need to change the fertilizer or do something down there. Then here's our mini pond. Got a bunch of fish in it, some frogs, I think. Just a lot of stuff that catch at El Dorado Park. Right here's our lychee tree. I don't know if we're gonna get any because these buds need to make flowers, and they always get blown off in the rain. We usually end up only getting a few, but every year we get more and more fruits. Most of this stuff will go. It's plants from last year, but we got this lemongrass here that's been around for a long time. This will be our quail cage. I gotta fix it up a little. Right here we got a nice banana rack, and those things will get really big, really heavy. Got some avocados right here, and there is dragon fruit around back here. This is the jungle, I call it. Underneath here we got some, be quiet. We got some passion fruit. Oh no, that's a wild passion fruit there, I think. And some sugar cane back there too. But the dragon fruit is the main thing. I don't think we've fruited from that vine yet. Over here though, this is actually where the passion fruit comes down, and it's got a very thick stem. We got a Thai basil right here. I'm gonna take this out. We'll keep the seeds for next year though, and mint growing all over. So right here, this is where I planted the passion fruit a few years ago. You see the stem is pretty massive down there, and once we clear this out, you'll be able to see how big it is. We try to keep it clear on this area so that the dragon fruit can get some sun and it doesn't, well, shrivel up like that. All right, so I think you've seen most of what we have, and I'll tell you what the plan is. Okay, so here is our plan basically. Did this last year. This is the one I used last year. We basically broke down the process into 4 different phases. It'll be a lot easier this year because we have all the cages in and everything. But we need to get a few more animals before we can start, or at least get to phase 4. The first phase is we want to clear and level the field, get rid of all that grass, till it all, or tilling's the next part really. We're going to try to grade the field. Phase 2 is we want to till and fertilize, and we're just going to break apart all the fields and fertilize it with all the different things that we're going to need, like chicken poop and all that stuff. And then phase 3 is getting all the main plants into the ground and building up their trellises, like for cucumbers, and I do want to try and get a watermelon this year. We've always tried to grow them, and well, never really got too far along there. And then finally, phase 4 is harvesting everything. So that's basically what we want to get to here. We're going to turn that mess of a field, basically a jungle, to a nice, productive, good-looking farm. So, yeah, let's do this.